just yesterday we did a video predicting that SpaceX would be rolling out service portability for Starlink customers any day now. And well, any day is today, and we have the official details. Portability is now available for Starlink customers. Hi, I'm Chris with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, here to give you yet another update on SpaceX's Starlink, their massive constellation that is now officially enabled for cross-continental roaming. It means you could take your Starlink service and travel in North America from the reaches of Canada all the way down south through Mexico, all across the entire continental United States. Wow, this is pretty exciting. Portability is here and it is officially supported. But there is a catch. Unlike for the past 2 months where all Starlink customers have basically been getting this feature unofficially and for free, well, now that Starlink Portability is officially here, it is an add-on and it will cost $25 extra per month. Now, this is a feature that you can turn on and off as needed, but it is not prorated. So when you turn it on, even if you're right at the end of your billing month, you pay that full $25 even for just a day or two of service, and then it will be billed every month thereafter going forward to turn on portability. So what are you actually turning on? What are you getting for this $25 a month? Can you go anywhere that Starlink has coverage? Well, in some sense, yes, you can. SpaceX is saying that with portability is enabled, you can roam across your entire home continent. So instead of having a home country or a home cell, your service will now travel with you anywhere in your continent. So if you've got a plan from the United States, you can go into Canada and Mexico and presumably eventually all the way down into Central America. European plans similarly are roaming across Europe and so on and so on. But well, this doesn't mean you get full priority service as you travel with portability. SpaceX is making it very clear that this is best effort service. So you have priority service in your registered home service area, as always, and with portability enabled on your account, you then have best effort service as you travel, which, depending on network congestion, may or may not be significantly lower than the customers who have registered local service. And, well, there's actually a few other catches as you dive deep into the terms of service and the FAQs and the various fine print. If you stay in a location, if you're traveling and you're using portability and you go to a guest location or a secondary location for an extended period of time, your priority will drop even further on the network if you don't officially move your registered service address to that location and you just kind of try to be portable for too long. SpaceX intends portability for temporary usage, not permanent seasonal changes. If you're going to be moving long term, change your registered service address. Now, good news, changing your registered service address is still easy and free. You don't need to be paying extra for portability to do this and to move your service around. But you can only change your registered service address if there is capacity at the location that you want to move your service address to. And they are also very careful to warn you that if you have registered service at a location that is popular, that is already at capacity, if you move your service address away, you will not be able to move back. Somebody else is going to take your slot, so you might be stuck using portability to come back home again. So there's a few catches, a few gotchas, a few things to be concerned about as you go. But, well, this is great. There's portability is now here. Roaming, travel, using Starlink on the go is officially supported. Even Elon Musk has been tweeting about taking Starlink camping and RVing. So good, it's there. Now, what about all the customers who have been basically enjoying portability for free for the past 2 months while it's been in the soft launch phase? SpaceX has started sending out letters saying that basically the free ride is coming to an end on June 3rd is what it seems to be. That is when, after that point, you have to be paying that extra $25 a month for portability, or Starlink will only connect at your registered home service address. So that means if you are a traveler, Starlink's costs has gone up quite a bit. It was $99 for when they launched, then they raised the price to $110 a month, which it remains for normal service. But if you want portability on your account, it's now $135 a month. That's significant increase. It is getting pricey, but considering what you get, that is unlimited data, still reasonably pretty fast, most of our testing, across basically the far corners of the continent. That is pretty exciting indeed. But you do have to always weigh the costs, because Well, particularly if you're balancing against the potential for congestion or the potential for being at a lower priority, you're still going to need 1, 2, maybe 3 cellular plans to balance out Starlink. It's not definitely something you should not consider going all in on Starlink. So, connectivity remains complicated, remains juggling things. Now, how do you get Starlink Portability? Well, it's actually pretty simple. They're now actually offering it when you sign up for a new Starlink account. And if you have an account, you can just go to your account management page, and there is a button there where you can enable portability and authorize that $25 charge. Do remember it is not prorated, so if you're near the end of your billing month, you might want to wait a couple days until it cycles over before turning it on. Or, well, since everybody still seems to be getting free portability until June, you might just want to wait until June and see how all this shakes out before you start turning on that feature. One other major update we noticed while going through the fine print in Starlink's terms of service, and this is around using Starlink in motion. Now, a lot of people have discovered that the original locks where Starlink's Dishy would shut down if it detected excessive motion, even sometimes early on just rocking at a dock. Those blocks that would shut down Dishy when motion was detected have been lifted, and people have discovered that Starlink actually works really, really well in motion. On a boat or on a vehicle, people have actually disabled the motors, the aiming motors in Starlink, and have mounted it permanently and flat on top of vehicles, and have had incredible success using Starlink in motion while traveling across country. And well, that's great. That's an exciting hint at the future. But SpaceX does not actually officially have a FCC license for in-motion usage. And the Starlink terms of service have always said that using Starlink in motion voids your warranty, but they've now revised the terms of service to say using Starlink in motion, now it's all caps, is actually grounds for having your account canceled. They might be getting some pressure from the FCC, or they might want to be showing that they are going to take people using Starlink in unofficial ways more seriously. So do keep that in mind. The terms of service have been revised. We don't know how actively SpaceX will be enforcing that, but any of you who are kind of been experimenting with in-motion usage, well, you might want to dial it back unless you're kind of willing to, maybe have the rug pulled out from underneath you. But the good news is the technology does work well in motion, and we know at some point SpaceX is working on an official in-motion mobile version of Starlink that will certainly cost more for the hardware, potentially will cost more for data plans, but that is coming, and well, maybe they're just reserving the push around mobility and in-motion usage for then. But anyway, that is the latest on SpaceX's Starlink. Portability is officially here. You can now hoist your Starlink over your shoulder, take it with you traveling, and know that you're doing so officially. And well, if you're planning your summers ahead, decide how you want to balance this out. Do you want to move your registered service address to have priority access at your summer destination, or are you just going to go with portability and get connected at a best effort fashion as you travel? Stay connected this summer, and well, maybe Starlink will be part of your solution.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.